All right. We are out here in Salt Lake City, outdoor retailer, in the middle of this absolutely beautiful city.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. You see the drip, yeah, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. You see the drip, yeah, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. I've been on the flex since flex on. Neighborhood all in your eardrums. I ain't never scared like Bone Crush.
All right, landed in Salt Lake for the Outdoor Retailer Trade Show. The goal is to find one new brand partner or agency client, which still I would consider that a partner, but just to kind of explain the difference there between a wholesale brand partner and someone that they're paying us to kind of manage Amazon for them. But just touched down in Salt Lake, one of my favorite cities. Get out here like 3 times a year. Also, my siblings live out here, so I get to stay with them and hang out with them. So 2 birds with 1 stone. So right now it's Tuesday, and it's about 5 o'clock, and we'll be at the trade show at least Wednesday and Thursday, 2 days on the floor. I think that'll be enough time. It is also on Friday, but there's so much other work to do that I will probably just work from home on normal stuff. And I can already feel the altitude a little bit. Shortness of breath. But we're here, landed, made it safe, had some delayed flights due to storm, had a connecting flight in Denver. But we're here, we made it. I'm excited. I'm excited to get to talk to some brands, meet some new people, learn some stuff, make some connections, just have a good time. I always just love trade shows. The energy is great. As a lot of people don't like hammering the phones, right? And I tell people to hammer the phones, and I've hammered the phones, made a lot of phone calls. But I'd much rather just go to a trade show because I'm much better talking to people in person, and you build better connections and differentiate yourself. So going to a couple trade shows a year is kind of how I handle quote unquote hammering the phones. I just do it in 2 days, and then out of those 2 days, even if I don't necessarily sign a contract at the trade show, I will end up from the follow-up making at least one connection that should create tens of thousands of profit for the business. Made it to Salt Lake, about to go to sleep for the night. I'm not gonna lie, I did not prep very well for this trade show. I did have my team go through the exhibitor list, but in terms of like doing a good job of contacting them beforehand, didn't really do that. But I'm not gonna lie, every time I go to the trade show, I just kind of go talk to people, and a lot of the connections I come away with are always the unexpected ones. So first one tomorrow, got some really interesting keynote speakers that I'm excited to see as well. So yeah, let's go. Okay, quick recap of walking the floor day 1 of the Outdoor Retailer Show. So a few things. Brands here are very aware that they need a partner. The main kind of focus has been specialty retailers. So a lot of brands obviously in the outdoor space, camping, hiking, running, that sort of thing. And they understand that D2C, so their own Shopify website, cannot be the end goal. The other thing that a lot of these brands are realizing more is that they need a partner for e-commerce. So one of the brands that I was talking to, they've already have a partner who's been helping them clean up their Amazon presence. They've reduced the amount of resellers, but they don't have anything on Walmart. So we might be helping them on Walmart. Another brand, they try to do Amazon themselves, don't know how that works. So there's a lot of opportunity. And again, trade show conversations are just the best. You are able to talk to people face to face, create the best connection, and get through to the decision maker that you often want to be able to get to via email or via phone. So those are kind of my quick recaps. There's also an after party today that's being hosted by Shopify that I'm going to go to, and then we'll probably hit the floor tomorrow as well, talk to a few more brands, and we'll see what kind of connections we can make.
I've been on the flex since flex on. Neighborhood all in your eardrums. I ain't never scared like Bone Crush. Boy, I got God, don't fear none. My line busy, take no calls. Feels like I don't have no flaws. Snakes in the grass, cut those off. Yo, squad shitty, my bros wrong.
We are out here in Salt Lake City, outdoor retailer, in the middle of this absolutely beautiful city. I come here about 2 or 3 times a year. This is my first time though for Outdoor Retailer, and we were just at the after party that Shopify's hosting, and we had a conversation with two guys that are just absolute killers. Tell me what were your takeaways from that conversation?
Just how many levels there are to this game. Like, there's so many people out there. They look at us because we are making sales, we're creating content, and they think we made it, right?
Right.
And we're in that like heavy grind mode.
Yeah.
And we see these guys and we think they made it. But they're still in that heavy grind mode. So it's like, it doesn't matter where you're at, there's always levels to the game. And that's why you can't get complacent too. So me and Kaj are out here at the trade show. Yes, we want to land brands. Yes, we want to place orders, but conversations like that are insanely valuable and pay for the entire trip right there.
Yep, 100%. So the one guy, I forget how it came up in the conversation, but he kind of mentioned acquisition, which is something that I've talked about on the podcast, wanting to do acquisition of some of the brands that we work with potentially. And so I just asked him some questions, and it turns out he has a parent company. They currently own and operate like 4 or 5 brands. They're looking to grow to have a portfolio of 20 brands. They're in brick and mortar stores like across the country. The other guy, he's a wholesaler, kind of doing something similar to what we do, except instead of looking for exclusivity on Amazon, he does exclusivity by country. So he's exclusive in, he said, the US, South Africa, Kenya, looking to get into Latin America, I think India, maybe somewhere else. I'm just like, okay, I'm just like, what am I doing?
That's what's great too. Like what he was talking about, like you just said, he gets exclusivity in a country. He's not necessarily very focused on a marketplace at all. So like he doesn't even do Amazon himself, I'm assuming.
Yeah,
he sells to wholesalers.
Yeah.
He's like, I'd rather just take my 20%,
directly to
sell to you guys, and then let them do it. I actually differ from them on that. Like I do think if you're going to get an exclusive in a contract and you own it A to Z, it's more valuable.
Yes.
That's like the one small difference I would make. Other than that though, like those guys are doing hundreds of $1 million, it's killing it. It's crazy.
It's just dudes who look totally normal. You wouldn't think they're like multi-millionaires with huge businesses, and then you get talking and they're like, this guy is like dumb smart and knows so much more than me when it comes to this business.
It's the normal guy too. It's not going to be the guy with the Rolex AP on. He's not driving the Lambo. It's like I'm like, oh wait, that's the president of the company?
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And that's why you got to come out to in-person events, man. I don't think there's been a single in-person event that I've gone to, whether it's a networking event, whether it's a trade show, where the ROI hasn't been just through the roof. Get out there, get to in-person networking events. You might run into another Amazon seller. You might see me or Jonah there, Corey, who knows. But you got to get from behind the computer screen, stop being a keyboard warrior, get in the phones, get outside, and it's going to change your business.
That's one thing I'd add right there is like just what Kaj said is getting uncomfortable. So like Kaj, myself, we're not the most like outgoing social people, but we can pull up to a bar with 200 people because we know there's so much opportunity there, right? Like as long as you're willing to put yourself out there and be uncomfortable for a second, like you need one relationship, you need one yes.
Exactly.
And once you do that, you won't want to be behind the screen. You want to get out.
Exactly. It's more fun, and that's where the money is.
Yeah.
It's like, it's a win-win.
That's exactly what he said too.
Yeah.
He's like, the guy who was asked runs a hundreds of millions of dollars company. He said, what's your focus? What's success for you right now? And he said, talking to more people, networking more, doing stuff like this. I don't want to write an order. I just want to talk to more people.
Exactly.
Which is just reinforcing what we already know.
Exactly.
Network
100%.
is power.
Yep. Yeah, and sometimes like my goal at this show, right, I'm not necessarily trying to place an order or anything here, but I'm very confident that at least one of the conversations that I have is going to turn into a new partnership, whether it's wholesale or agency. And one partnership, again, assuming that I deliver well, which we always try to do, is like that could last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years. And that's like potentially 6 figures worth of profit from one trade show, one conversation, right? So that's the way that I like to think about this. And once you've been in the game for a long enough period of time, you realize that that's actually how it works.
100%.
Closing thoughts?
Put yourself out there, guys, man. You're going to be uncomfortable. You meet good people on the journey. Stick with good people. Do good business. It always comes back to you.
100%.
I'm a real one, my day ones. Try to speak up, can't say none. Try to dig dirt, there ain't none. I make the money that save up. 10 to 80, my save ones. Take to the top on the base one. New car, race on. Fast lane, pace on. With the booyah, that's a flex. Not a human, I ain't from another planet. I'ma teleport, might vanish. I'ma wake up, do damage. Drawing number 7, he's bored though. Working all night, need more though. I remember nights I was poor though. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. You see the drip, yeah, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and I get it up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. You see the drip, yeah, I'm fitted up.
All right, quick recap, day 2. Energy way lower at the trade show. I feel like this is a normal theme with most trade shows where energy is really good day 1 and then day 2, not nearly as good. Still had a couple conversations that were kind of interesting, but don't think they're gonna lead to anything like what happened day 1, but still overall super worth it. I did have a conversation with a couple people who already kind of had their Amazon locked in, so they weren't really too interested, but it's one of those things where maybe that's the initial conversation and then you follow up for an extended period of time and then maybe you're able to work with them. The one thing that was interesting today is one of the keynote speakers, and we can't even really call it a keynote because it's kind of just like a section off to the side, and if you want to go you can, but one of the speakers today was a larger agency that does Amazon and Walmart, and they broke down for brands, like how to do just over, top level stuff, but like the importance of having a good listing, optimized, how to do ads. They even broke down like setting up an automatic campaign, a manual campaign, optimizing that stuff, the importance of Amazon. They gave some really interesting stats just on like how much search volume is on a platform like Amazon and Walmart and why brands need to be there. Again, a takeaway from this is just like brands are really aware and are focusing on the importance of having an optimized presence on these online marketplaces. And a lot of brands who were not thinking of this before are now thinking of that after this trade show, right? So there's gonna be tons of opportunity to work with brands continually because they're new emerging brands, like small brands. Like there's one brand that I talked to, they haven't even sold a product yet, but they're at this trade show kind of as their soft launch. So there are always gonna be new brands coming to the market, new brands that need help. So yeah, really good, lots of good conversations, very eye-opening. The other thing that's kind of funny, just a lot of really cool products. So for me, like I came here for business obviously, right? But there's like 6 or 7 products. I was like, I just need to buy this because it's a dope product and it solves a problem that I have. So I spent some money that I was not expecting to spend, but it's cool products. And I also just like, supporting brands, getting to meet the owners. The passion of people who have started and scaled up a brand on their own is just so amazing, and I love supporting that. I love supporting small business. So great so far. Great overall for the trade show. Now I'm kind of just rambling, don't know where I'm going with this all, but that was just kind of a recap of day 2. Getting a run in at altitude. I'm running a 13-minute mile and I can barely breathe. I'm not in as good a shape as I would like to think that I am. But the sun's shining. Shining is an understatement. The sun is blazing. But it feels good. Just keep moving slow. Helps get acclimated to the time change. Good for the system. Make sure whenever you travel, you're getting a little bit of exercise.